Hi there, this is me, Caleb. This is Andrew. This is Nathan. And this is the three of us before our friendship was torn apart by a heart-wrenching game, which we'll come back to. In case you're wondering, this is the real Andrew. And this is Nathan. They're two of my best friends, just like Emily and Keegan, Nolan, and Mason, and Ethan. And this is the real me. Like most good things, it all started with a trip to Wendy's. We ordered our food and headed back to Andrew's dorm. We had a mission ahead of us. A game of Monopoly. The guys chowed down and then we jumped in. I have to admit, I was doing pretty well. But it wasn't long before we started to go a little bit crazy. In fact, as the night went on, we couldn't stop laughing. We were borderline delusional. Looking back on it, I don't remember who had which houses or which properties or who had how much money. In fact, I don't even remember who won. What I do remember is an amazing time of joy and laughter with two of my best friends, and that is not something I will forget.
I hold the key to the door of darkness.
The next day, Emily joined Nathan and I for a trip to Walmart.
Sour? Yeah, because I like sour milk.
We originally intended to, buy things, but we got a little distracted. Isn't he just adorable? Later that night, Nathan challenged me to a game of chess, and as you can see, Nolan joined us. Nathan won the game, but to be fair, he was in chess club. Then we talked for a while. We talked about things like our phones or technology, things like that, but we also talked about emotional things like how we were doing, how we were feeling, on more than just the surface level, on a personal one. We also played a game of Chinese checkers, but I might have accidentally knocked the board and sent our pieces flying. The next night, since he had beaten me so easily, Nathan challenged Ethan to a game of chess. Isn't that music cool? Okay, how about this? The next day, after church, Nathan and I went to grab lunch with Keegan. Neither of us had seen him in a while, so we all really enjoyed catching up. This was also the moment that Keegan and I began discussing early ideas for the Enneagram promo video for Keegan's New Creation podcast. You can check out the video in the top right corner and the latest episode of his podcast in the description below. Later that night, Mason came over and we, you guessed it, talked. I only met Mason a few months ago, so getting to know him more closely has been a really awesome and interesting experience. I'm sure with no limitations we could talk for hours. And with that, the weekend came to an end. Those are some of my closest friends, and this is my community.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for. The chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us. We've ever seen. And I raise my hands to the sky. What a feeling. 'Cause I feel like dancing high. Got a feeling. Time to feel it. This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins.
How was it?
It was so good.
This is
Did you go with him or no?
where it all begins. 'Cause this could be the best
Yeah,
day
that
of
was
our
completely fine.
lives.
It was good. I gotta go with it.
This is where it all begins.
Chill out, bro.
So you're probably wondering what all of these seemingly random events mean. You might be asking if playing games and talking is all that I do with my friends. To me, they represent two sides of the coin that is community. Not only can I laugh and have an amazing time with my friends, but I can talk to them. They hear my heart, they support me, and they care about me, like an extended part of my family.
I'm gonna make. I just want some coffee.
Hey.